hike. Let's go to the mountaintops. Let's go see the mountains show off. Let's go see where angels learn to fly. Let's go on.
Good morning, Fancy Pants and Cruise. George and FiFi coming at you. This is day 68. So we took a 0 day yesterday at Long Mountain Lodge, but we are back at the Springer parking lot where we left off to continue northbound. And we will be doing about 12 and a half miles today to Cooper Gap. And then Dawn from Long Mountain Lodge will come back and pick us up at Cooper Gap. And we're going to take another 0 day tomorrow because of the expected weather. So I'm going to stop and turn the camera around so I can show you guys where we're at. So right there is where the Appalachian Trail comes out onto the Forest Service Road that leads to the parking lot. And I'm going to kind of turn around and show you. We're going to go up these steps. There's a sign, and we are officially on the way. It is, let's see, last night was daylight savings, so I'm not really sure what time it is right now. It is 20 after 8. There are a bunch of cars parked in the lot, so I'm just going to walk up for a little bit, and there's like a little kiosk. We'll film that. A lot of people starting their hikes this time of year. There's a sign pointing where we just came from. And we come over here. Actually, I wonder what this is. This, I think, is officially where you're supposed to go. Not sure why. Maybe not, because we're going away from it. So I don't know where this goes, honestly. Unless this is just a silly little path around. Yeah, turns out it is. Interesting. Huh. Well, anyways, I don't know. That was dumb. Because there is a trail here somewhere, but this is not it. That's okay. So we'll go back to the sign. I know where it continues, so oh well. And I act like I know what I'm doing. How silly is that? I really don't know what that is all about. So here we have the Springer parking lot kiosk. There we go. Just some information here. And yeah, there we go. All right, let's get on with our day. So I'm walking along, I'm just going to tell a funny story that happened about 10 minutes ago. So right after Dawn dropped me off, I went over to check out the kiosk signs and all that good stuff. And I'm like, oh, I have to pee. So I took my backpack off, left it by the kiosk, and went over behind a tree. And so I'm squatting, going, doing my thing. And then all of a sudden I realized this is going to be more than just pee. And without going into the details, I was like, oh boy, it's coming. Anyways, I finished and was able to pull my britches up enough and waddle back to where the kiosk was, where I had left my backpack, get my ditty bag with my wipes and whatnot, and waddle on back and take care of business. So yeah, lesson learned there. When you think you have to pee, make sure you bring your bag with you in case it turns out to be something more than just pee. That's a fancy pants pearl for the day. Just saying. So I also wanted to hop on and mention that I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I'm finally on the Appalachian Trail after 68 days of training and all that good stuff on the Pinhoti Trail, and then the Benton Mackay. I think the Benton Mackay was a good teacher because there were lots of ups and downs, so I'm hoping I can handle it just as well on the AT. I have no reason to believe that I couldn't, and I actually see some hikers up ahead, so I may have to stop. But today I am slack packing, which means I'm carrying my pack, but it's not fully loaded. So it should be an enjoyable 12 miles. So this is the second place where the Benton Mackay intersects the Appalachian Trail. I was on this yesterday. It goes right up there. The Benton Mackay does. And that way. I, on the other hand, am going straight ahead because I'm now on the Appalachian Trail. So it's just so interesting how the trail brings people together. The girl in the middle with the maroon jacket on, her trail name is Monarch, and I actually spent some time with her in Harper's Ferry when I hiked in 22. Monarch is now a ridge runner in Georgia, and this picture was taken at Stover Creek Shelter, which is the first shelter heading northbound on the AT. The woman to her left is Brains, and the guy's name is just Steve. All right, here we are at another intersection of the Appalachian Trail and the Benton Mackay. So when I came down on Thursday, I guess it was, I came from that direction and headed southbound towards Springer. But today, I'm on the Appalachian Trail and we're going to keep going straight, just like the sign says. Cool beans. So this is number 3 or number 4. I'm not sure. Maybe it intersects more than 4 times. I could have been wrong about that, but anyways, it's just interesting to see how everything kind of connects. So here we are coming up to Three Forks. We're going to cross over the same bridge that we crossed over when we were going southbound on the BMT, but it will just be from a different direction. So I'm just going to film it real quick. I've seen a lot of people on the trail this morning. Just stopped and talked to Goldie, who was out training for the CDT. He's AT class 21, so that was kind of neat. Anywho, here we go. Pretty neat. This is a special picture right here to me because it represents what the Appalachian Trail community is all about. The guy in the black shirt was not feeling well and was not able to contact a shuttle ride. And the guy in the middle in the white sweatshirt just happened to be driving down the Forest Service Road by Three Forks and offered to give this gentleman a ride so he could get to somewhere and hopefully get to feeling better. And the guy in the gray sweatshirt and blue cap on the far right is Father Time. So here we are at yet another crossing of the Benton Mackay Trail and the Appalachian Trail. So I'm going to be heading up that way. There were, let me see, probably about 6 or 7 people who stopped here and had a lunch/snack break. And I don't like to video when there's a lot of other people around. So yeah, we're all just kind of sitting around talking. It was nice. I can already see that being on the AT is going to be a little bit more of a social experience than what I've encountered for the past 2.5, not 2.5, but the past 2 months, shall we say. So interesting. Anyways, just wanted to do a quick update. I have 7 miles to go to Cooper Gap, and it's just afternoon, so I should be okay. Be later this afternoon that I finish, but we'll check in a little bit. So I was able to use my Peak Finder app to identify the mountains that we had just come over. So you'll see Springer Mountain, Black Mountain, Frosty Mountain, and then just before we started climbing Sassafras Mountain, we had gone over Hawk Mountain. Oh, Fancy Pants checking in. We are climbing Sassafras Mountain right now. And Sassafras has tried to claim my life on 2 separate occasions, but that's a story for another time. So obviously we're going up. That's what you do when you climb a mountain, right? But thankfully there are some switchbacks, so it's not too bad. And we should have a view coming up pretty soon, and I will stop and share that with you guys. But check in later. Pants, Curious George, and FiFi coming for probably the last check-in of the day. We are descending down off of Sassafras Mountain right now into Cooper Gap, and that's where my ride is going to pick me up. So I'm going to turn the camera around. It's been, for me, a real pleasure today. I have hiked the better half of the day with 2 other hikers, just Steve, and the other one's name is Seagull. And it's just really, it was nice having somebody to talk to. It kind of makes the miles go by a little bit faster, and they're just really enjoyable people. And that's Seagull way up ahead. You probably can't see her. She's standing at the gap, kind of hard to see. But I don't see my ride here yet. He said he is on his way, so I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit. I felt so good today. My legs felt good. Of course, I wasn't carrying a fully loaded pack either, but managing to do about 12 miles today was an accomplishment for me. I wasn't sure how I'd feel, so I'm happy that I was able to get it done without too much difficulty. Anywho. And there she is over there. And so I'm just going to hang out here and relax for a little bit. What time is it? I think it's just before 4 o'clock. So given the fact that I had to, well, I didn't have to, I chose to stop and help that hiker that was not feeling well. I think that put me about an hour behind schedule, but that's okay. You want to wave, Seagull? Hi. All right, check in later.